के जुल्फ़कार बिजली गिरी यज़ीद के लश्कर पे एक बार। इस गैज़ में यमी से जो आए सुएसार,
भागे बिना के घोड़ों की बातों पर सख्तवार,
भागे बिना के घोड़ों की बातों भागदड़ में खून से
रखी
जमीन लाल हो दूल्हा की लाश
घोड़ों से पामाल,
दूल्हा की लाश
घोड़ों से पामाल हो गई।
दूल्हा की लाश घोड़ों से पामाल हो गई। ला ला Inshallah, in continuation to a short English lecture, once again we have Brother Hasan Moosa Reza, inshallah, for his concluding speech tonight on history of Ashabi Imam Hussain, but Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ali salam.
Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. الله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله عليك يا سيدي، صلى الله عليك يا سيدي يا مولا يا أبا عبد الله، صلى الله عليك يا سيدي يا مولا يا أبا عبد الله، يا رحمة الله الواسعة، يا باب نجاة الأمة، يا غريب الغرباء، يا مظلوم كربلاء، يا ليتنا ثم يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي فنفوز والله فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فقد قال الله عز وجل في كتابه المجيد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم رجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. Of all of the people in the army of Aba Abdillah on the plains of that day, there is one man who holds a position in this army, who holds a position in the heart of Imam Hussain, and who holds a position in the heart of Sayyidah Zainab unlike no other. Abu Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam is addressed by many titles by Aba Abdillah, giving an indication of the magnitude of his position on this day. Aba Abdillah on this day refers to him as Abu Fadl, as Qamar Bani Hashim, meaning moon of Bani Hashim, children. Alamdar, the backbone of the army and the very heart of this usher. Debuted in Safin, Abu Fadl was the flesh and blood of Amir al-Mu'mineen, a carbon copy of him on the battlefield, and the most steadfast in his love for Aba Abdillah al-Hussain. Abu Fadl, the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, al-Baneen salamullahi alayhi, was debuted as a soldier, his natural home ground, in the battle of Safin, as we say. During this battle, as we know, it took place between Muawiyah and Imam Ali. Abu Fadl at one point was dressed by his father in his own clothes, and his face was covered with a cloth. His father, Amir al-Mu'mineen, sends Abu Fadl out to the battlefield in his man and says to him, "O Abbas, do not reveal your identity until allowed." Even at this point, in only his teenage years, when Abu Fadl is riding out to the battlefield, it says his feet dragged across the ground from the back of the horse. Such was his stature. Hazrat Abbas is acting on the battlefield his father does. swift movement, and he's taking out one after another of the enemies, such that they start to retreat, they start to run, crying out, "Oh people, Amir al-Mu'mineen has finally entered the battlefield." It is at this point that Imam Ali says, "Oh Abbas, reveal your identity," and says to them, "Oh enemies, this is Abbas, Qamar Bani Hashim, moon of the Bani Hashim." Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali. Imam Ali calls Abbas back at this point. Imam Ali is well aware that had he left Abu Fadl out there, Abu Fadl could have flattened the enemies. But he says to him, "Oh Abbas, today is not your day, O Abbas. A day will come when you will have your day, O Abbas." So great was his devotion to Aba Abdillah that Imam Ali did not risk his life for anybody else. Imam Ali on his deathbed places the hands of Imam Hussain in the hands of Abu Fadl. And he says to him, "Oh Abbas, use these very hands to defend Hussain on the day of Ashura." How literally did Imam Ali know that these very hands would be cut in the way of Imam Hussain? And the outrage and the devotion of Hazrat Abbas to Imam Hussain was such that when we arrive in Makkah and Imam Hussain is leaving Makkah to go towards Kufa, he is so overcome at the notion that these people haven't even thought, why is Hussain leaving us, that he gives one of the most stabbing speeches in the history of the whole Karbala campaign, but unfortunately a speech that is understudied. It's this speech I would like to briefly focus on 2 paragraphs of before we move to the Messiah. Abu Fadl, when he climbs atop of the Kabbah, he says, "Oh wretched kafirs and oppressors, you are not allowing the Imam of the pious to visit the Kabbah." He says this is a Kabbah, that if it were not for the will of Allah for it to stay where it was, Hussein's position is such that the Kabbah itself would uproot and start doing tawaf of Aba Abdillah. Few people, what Abu Fadl is trying to make clear to him, few people understand what a big statement it is for the Imam of the time, during the time of Hajj, to up and leave. Not just that Aba Abdillah arrived a few days prior. Aba Abdillah has been in Makkah for a few months, taking the letters from all over the Islamic empire. But now that the Hajj has arrived, for some reason Aba Abdillah is deciding that no, now I have to leave and forego my Hajj rights. And this is what Abu Fadl is trying to innate in the people. He's trying to awaken them, that you may not claim he is the Imam, but think about it. He is the grandson of the Prophet. He is the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen. There must be a reason why he leaves. Abu Fadl continues, "Verily, O people, the Hajar Aswad, the black stone we all go to see, the Hajar Aswad, you all kiss it. But this very Hajar Aswad kisses the hands of my Mawla Hussain. The will of Allah is the will of Hussain. The will of Hussain is also the will of Allah. And I swear by Allah, if it were not for this, I would have attacked you as the eagle attacks its prey. I would have cut you to pieces as the lion cuts its prey to pieces. How can you try and compete with those who played? How can you try and scare those with death who played with death in their youth? Such is their bravery." Brothers and sisters, this sermon is the topic of a whole series in itself. It brings joy to the heart while also bringing ache to the heart. Abu Fadl's statement is beautiful. Hajar Aswad, this stone that we all travel from around the world to see, it kisses the hands of Imam al-Hussain. We all go and kiss it, but it kisses the hands of Hussain, such is the position of Hussain. Again, he is trying to draw to the people that just think what you are doing before you allow the son of Sayyidah Fatima, the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the son of the Prophet, to go out and be butchered in the way that he will. Given all of this, the great position of Abu Fadl on the battlefield, the position he held in Ahlul Bayt, the love he had for Aba Abdillah, the devotion he had for Sayyidah Zainab, and the paternal nature he had towards Sayyidah Suqayna, I ask you, O Abbas, how did you bear patiently standing aside while one after another left on the day of Ashura? I am certain in my belief that were it not for his devotion to Imam al-Hussain, Abbas would easily have flattened that army. But his Mawla did not allow him to go out until the very last moment. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahu alayka ya Sayyidi ya Abu Fadl al-Abbas ibn Amir al-Mu'mineen. Brothers and sisters, it is narrated to us in Bahar al-Anwar that after the companions had gone, After the family members had gone and very few were left, Abu Fadil comes to Imam Hussain and says to him, "Oh my brother Hussain, give me the permission to go into the battlefield now." Aba Abdillah begins to weep at this request and says, "Oh my brother Abbas, you are the alamdar of my army. If I allow you to go, what will become of my army?" But Abu Fadil says, "Oh my master, Ya Mawla Hussain, my heart has grown tired of this life. Allow me to avenge the blood of the shaheeds and allow me to avenge the blood of my brothers." Aba Abdillah tearfully says, "Oh Abu Fadil, oh Abbas, if you must go, go and fetch water for the children." Abu Fadil approaches the children and hears their cries of Al-Atash, Al-Atash. The children are crying out, "Oh thirst, oh thirst," and Abu Fadil can't bear this scene. He says, "Oh light of my eyes, I will go and fetch the water for you." Abu Fadil takes the water skin in one hand, he takes the spear in the other, and he heads out towards the Furat. 4,000 men were guarding the Furat, the river Euphrates, and they surround Abu Fadil from all sides. 4,000 arrows make their target the holy body of Abu Fadil. But this is the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the blood of Jafar al-Tayyar. He scatters them, he kills many of them, and he enters the water in the way the lion ripped through the sheep. The Maktal narrates to us that when Abu Fadil enters the water, he leans down and he cups this cool water of the Furat in his hand. But as he raises it to his mouth to drink, suddenly he throws back the water. And the enemies say, we hear Abbas crying out, "Ya Nat, so soul, you are of little worth after Hussein. It does not befit you to live without him. This is Hussein surrounded by death while you wish to drink from the cool water. By Allah, I will not chase the water while my master Hussein is thirsty." There is a narration in Bahar al-Anwar about this very moment from Amir al-Mu'mineen. On his deathbed, he says to Abbas, "Oh Abbas, oh my son Abbas, oh Abbas, on the day of judgment I shall be honored by you. But oh Abbas, when you have the chance to drink the water on the day of Ashura, do not drink it while your brother Hussein is thirsty." Abbas fills the water skin and he hangs it on his shoulder and he begins to ride towards the tent, his single focus on quenching the thirst of Sukaina. But it is at this moment that Al-La'in, who was hiding behind a tree, he comes out and he strikes at the right arm of Abu Fadil. As Abu Fadil's arm is falling, he moves the water skin from one shoulder to the other, crying out, "By Allah, even if you cut my right arm, I will defend the religion." Such are these people. They know they can't attack Abbas from the front, so they cower, they attack him from behind. And as Abu Fadil is riding with only one arm, another from behind another tree attacks the left arm and cuts it. And as the arm is falling, Abbas calls out, "Oh soul, ya nafs, do not fear the disbelievers, the glad tidings of Allah coming to you." Still, though his focus is quenching the thirst of Sukaina, he moved the mush to his teeth and he continues riding. But brothers and sisters, this is the hard moment. This is when one la'in fires an arrow. This is when one la'in fires the arrow that hits the mush, and all of Abbas's hopes flow with the water onto the sands of Karbala. Another fires an arrow that hits the eye. Wow, Abbasa! Aywa Abbasa! Finally one comes from behind and splits the head of Abbas open with an iron pillar. Abbas begins to fall from the horse. But what do we do when we fall? What do we put out in front of us when we fall? What do you do when you don't have a left arm? But what do you do when you neither have a left nor a right arm? Abbas, the Qamar Bani Hashim, falls on his face calling out, Adarikni ya Mawla, Adarikni ya Hussain. Aba Abdillah rushes out to find the body of Abbas covered in blood. He sees the arrow of the eye, he sees the arm, one lying here, one lying there, and he weeps and he cries out, "Oh brother Abbas, oh Abbas, oh soul of my heart, and now your master's back has broken." The Imam places Abbas's head on his lap and he begins to clean the blood from the eyes when he sees Abu Fadl is crying. He says, "Oh brother Abbas, why do you cry?" Abu Fadl responds with a difficult line. He says, "Oh master, oh light of my eyes, how could I not cry when now it is you who places my head in your lap, while later it will be shimmer on your chest? Oh my master, who will be there for you then?" Before he dies, and we will finish with this, before he dies, Abu Fadl makes one request. He says, "Oh my master Hussain, leave my body by the river." Aba Abdillah says, "Oh Abbas, why?" Abu Fadl whispers as his soul is leaving his body, "I feel shy of Sukaina." I feel shy of Sukaina. I promised her water and I'm not able to give it to her. Wa Abbasa, wa Abbasa, wa Madluma, wa Hussaina. Azam Allah wa ajurana wa ajurakum bi musabina bi Sayyidina al-Abbas alayhi salam. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Wasiyalum alladhina zalamu ala Muhammad.
This was Brother Hasan Moosa Reza. Alhamdulillah, he has been attending here. He's been speaking here for the last 3 days continuously. On the behalf of management of Noor Trustees, I would like to thank Brother Moosa Hasan Reza for all his time and inspiring lectures for the last 3 nights. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll have yet another young speaker, and he's going to be Abbas Farshori. And the day after, on the 9th of Monday, it's going to be Brother Ali Asghar. You're all requested to please come a little earlier so that you can benefit from these inspiring English lectures as well. And this is the only way we can promote the youth of our community, to groom. That's sort of one of the main objectives of OneNote, to identify the potential of the youngsters and to groom them for making better speakers in the path of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam. But Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, Bawazi Buland Salawat. इससे खबर के मौलाना साहब को मैं आज के बयान के लिए दावत इकराम दूं। अपनी आज के ये सूरह फातिहा की आप हज़रात से गुजारिश है, मिर्जा असगर अली बेग, अजरा अली अनवर, सैयद सरफराज अली शाह, सैयद अमानत अली, हिमायत अली मिर्जा और हमारे इमरान बुखारी भाई के जो भी मरहूमीन हैं उनके लिए, हाज़रीन के मरहूमीन और तमाम मरहूमी मोमिनात की एक मतलब सूरत मुबारक अल फातिहा। गुजारिश है मौलाना सरफराज हुसैन साहब से वो तशरीफ लाएं और आज की मजलिस से खिताब फरमाएं। बर मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद बआवाज़ बुलंद सलावत। जी बिस्मिल्लाह बिस्मिल्लाह। मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम।